This is not financial advice. I was just listening to people talking about retiring at 62. Do your own math. Do your own budget. Figure out your bills. Do your own diligent decision making. And figure it up like I did. I typed all this by hand. There's probably a formula that would have done it, which would have been easier. So it took a little while. I did it till I was a few years. And then I just did 9 more years a night. And I just couldn't believe it. You know, so 62 makes sense. And if you work a part-time job with benefits where you get insurance, then you can enjoy your life before you get sick, like that Tim Sarasota says, if I got his name right. But he works out, you know, he's 65 and he's running circles around me. So I've started having all these trouble the last 2 years. So kind of makes sense. I don't know if I'm going to make it to 79 because 2 years can really put a dent in you. But I'm just showing what I'm figuring out. So you make your own decision if we even have it, because they're talking about taxing it, taking it away, reducing it. So you never know what's going to happen. I was watching this guy, I think his name's Tim Sarasota. He works at like Publix, and he does like samples. He's pretty good shape with his wife. And he was saying retire at 62. Now, everybody's different, depends on your health. And you got to determine whether you need medicine and, you know, Medicaid or I guess Medicare. You know, you're older. Well, I'm only 52. So if I retire right now, according to what I made, if you go to socialsecurity.com, it'll tell you. But if I retired at 62, I'd only get like $13.59 a month. If I retire at 67, I'm going to get $19.30 a month. If I retire at 70, I'll get $23.93 a month. But I thought he was crazy because he said it'd take forever. But say if I retire at 62, you start drawing $16,000 a year. And if I retire at 67, full retirement, it doesn't match up till I hit 79 is when I'll finally start drawing more lifetime earnings. If I wait 5 years, it'll take me till 79. How many years is that? That's 17 years. It'll take me 17 years from when I hit 62 to I hit 79, if I'm still alive, till I finally make 10,000 more that year. And then if I wait till I'm 70, which you're supposed to get the extra amount of money, $23.93, compared to 62, 20 years later, when I hit 82, I'll finally make 7,000 more if from the money at 70. Now, when I hit 87, if I retire at 67, it's 20 years from 67 to money lifetime earnings is like compared to 70. So just getting that little $400 a month, that'd take me 20 years before I retire at 70, which will only be, 70 to 87, 17 years if I start drawing at 70, but I drew at 67, so it's like 20 years before drawing at 70 makes a difference. So the earliest is 79, if you even live to be 79. So Tim Sarasota might have a point there. But if you retire at 62, then you got to worry about your if you need insurance. Now, you can work a part-time job and say there's only, for me, right now, there's only like $6,000 difference a year. So if I retired at 62 and then I think 2023, you can make I'm not quite sure on that, but I think you make like $21,200. So you can make more than you'd actually draw retirement at 67 if you had a little job with insurance, maybe a bus driver job or something like that, state benefits. You could retire at 62, still make under the 21,000, and you could draw your 16,000 a year, so you'd still make 30,000. But do your own research. But it does give you something to think about, especially 10 years from now. They might not even have Social Security, or at least maybe it'll be reduced by 30%. So then it'll be a lot less. So you got to save your money. You know, people talking about the stocks being manipulated, especially all the Congress were in it. They were making the laws, and they're trying to be stricter on it. So if you're able to hustle, you know, not a legal hustle, but say you just buy something like, one rich guy, he's kind of harsh, or comes off kind of gruff, but you know, he don't play no games. His life, he's older, so he don't waste time. But he was saying something about sending an email to like 30 people for a car that was worth like $3,000 and offer them $1,000. And he said one person ought to be able to sell it to you, you know, but hopefully it's a good car, but they'll take it. And then you just keep doing it. And he said, time you do like 10 or 15 transactions, you made, on that $1,000, you turned out, because you sell it, you know, I don't know how long it'll take you to do it, but you ended up turning that $1,000 into like $60,000 in a month. But not knowing what you're doing, it'll probably take a lot longer than that. But that's just a prime example. And you're not going to get that kind of return on the stock market, you know, not that. So not 1,060 times greater within a month, or say if it took you a couple years, that's still pretty good. And then you've had these guys for clout. One guy took a pen. I've seen him. He's a blonde haired guy on YouTube, and he traded up to a house. I don't know how he did it, but yeah. So making good deals, watching what you spend, you know, but then you got to have a life, and a lot of people spend a lot of good stuff. I was a porter for a little while, and, you know, some of these cars were in their 40s and $80,000. So they bought a nice car, and I'm thinking, well, 2 of those is more than what everything I own. 2 cars, man. So I'd drive the car real slow, and my back hurting getting in and out of the car. So too rough on me. That's why I was thinking, because disability, it's even a little bit more. I think I get it $1,800 a month if I was disabled. But you know, you gotta watch everything. You work, you can't work, and all this mess. So all kind of rules. So I'd rather be working if I can. But you know, just do your due diligence whenever you want to retire. You know, if you're single, probably wouldn't be that bad. Everything's paid off, but bills come, bills go. So you still got to move around. But yeah, I just shocked that how long it'd take to actually recover, or how many years you'd have to make before, if you retire later, your lifetime earnings is going to be surpass what you did at 62. It just shocked me. So just wanted to share that. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And y'all take it easy.